Hello! So today is going to be a get ready with me kind of day because I'm getting ready to go work on a project, and later tonight I have a game night with friends. So lots of things. It has been an extremely busy and difficult week. Yeah, it's been hard, but it's been good. Classes are really fun. So my ceramics class, we are finishing up our natural object design. So I did a crawfish because obviously Louisiana. So it didn't come out perfect, but that's what classes are for, learning to do new things. Ceramics is not my thing, but it's fun and it's for class, so why not? So that's fun. We just finished our first photography project, and we're moving on to our next one. We're doing self-portrait. Oh dear, it's gonna be interesting, but it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make it fun. The professor is really cool, and he had some examples to show us, to give us ideas. So that was cool. And then printmaking, oh Lord, that project went so bad. The ink was drying up and it was not wanting to print, and it was just a whole mess. But my professor was really understanding, and I'm moving on, gonna redo the project, but I also have one set that's like done but not great, so I'm gonna do another set that's gonna be great. So anyway, so classes were at least interesting, occupying my mind. So yeah, it was really busy. Sleeping, haven't been sleeping much, but on Mondays and Wednesdays I don't have class in the morning, so I can take a melatonin over there and sleep in a little bit. So I've been getting at least enough sleep that I'm not dead tired. Like, I got plenty of sleep last night. So yeah, we have a game night tonight, which will be really fun. Was at McDonald's with us, a group last night. Oh, and I've been watching The Bachelor, and got my friend started watching The Bachelor with me. So one night we had two friends over, we ate spaghetti and watched The Bachelor. Last night I went over to a friend's apartment and we did face masks and watched The Bachelor. So it's just been fun. There's always like those tests online where it's like, take this test and we'll guess where you're from. And it's always like these things you say, how you say them differently. Well, I've definitely realized that Alaskans definitely say things differently. And then again, it could just be Louisiana being odd. But so like, apparently I say the 2-letter word on weirdly. I say on instead of on, which I never really thought was a big deal until I came here, and then I have a friend that endlessly makes fun of me for it. Then what's some other things that I've just said that they were like last night? Maybe it's just like a my friend group thing. No, it's been all over the internet. I don't know. They started talking about McDonald's, and I was really hungry, and I said, whoa, I could eat some nugs, or something along the lines of, wow, I could throw back some nugs. Well, they all looked at me like, I was like, chicken nuggets? And they were just like, okay. So definitely like terminology, and like even the jokes and slang of terminology is different. My friends and I will jokingly say that on another slang thing, it's like something upsets you, like, that made me big sad. Apparently that's not a thing here. What else? There's just some like things that I say that people like look at me like. And then I have a friend here that's from Tennessee, so her and I all the time are like looking at each other like, we'll say something and then we'll get a weird reaction. We'll look at each other and be like, is that just a Southern thing? Or is that just a me thing? And so like we're always there like confirming like, no, I do that too. She lives in Knoxville, which is not far from Bristol, which has the NASCAR track, and like everyone back south knows about NASCAR. Lots of people love NASCAR. And so we always joke about like being from the South, loving NASCAR. But yeah, so it's really interesting a lot of people here aren't born in Alaska. They're born somewhere on the East Coast, Southeast, some from California, Washington, Seattle, Washington, Oregon. So they're from all around. So it's not like not everyone here is born in Alaska, but it's still interesting to see different things we say, and found out that Canadians apparently call traffic cones pylons, I didn't know that. So this, I have always called it a ponytail. Well, someone got on me last night and was like, you mean a hair tie? And I was like, same thing. And they were like, no, not the same thing. So that's interesting. Oh, in my ceramics class, so I did the crawfish, and my professor decides to, when I presented my project, decided to make me explain to the entire class how you eat crawfish, and then was like, and then what do you sit and peel and then eat when you're done peeling? Do you eat as you peel? And so I had to explain that. And then it was like, and do you use the heads to make a stock? And I was like, I mean, you can, but I mean, I never have. Or like, I don't know that my family does that often. So yeah, and I had to explain what an étouffée was, and I was just, and like how to make it. And I was flattered that he was like so interested in Louisiana culture, but at the same time, I was just like, I thought I was just presenting a ceramics project, but apparently now I'm giving Cajun dish lessons. So that was pretty funny. My business foundations professor asked the class, when did Alaska become a state? And because a few days prior I had noticed that everybody had a hat that says Alaska 1959, or like sweatshirts, Alaska 1959. So when he asked the class, no one could give him an answer. And earlier in this class, my friend, he said something about a gumbo, and my friend nudged me, and I was like, I'm trying to tone down the Louisiana, I gotta blend. Well, when he asked the question about Alaska being a state, I turned to my friend and I whispered like 1959. So no one was giving correct answers. So she shouts out 1959, and he goes, yes, good. And I kind of like leaned over to her and was like, you're welcome. Well, he saw me do that. So he just like points at me, he goes, did you say that? And I was like, yeah. And he turns to the entire class and goes, the Louisiana girl had to teach all of y'all about Alaska. And I was like, oh my goodness, he went there. And so then he started going on for a few minutes about how he knew I was from LSU, and that we have a national football team, a national championship football team, which I'm still very proud of. And then he's like, and she went to the national championship, right? And so for like 30 seconds, he just goes on and on about me being from Louisiana, which was flattering, but at the same time, I was just like, well, there goes trying to blend in, because that's out of the window now. But it was really fun, and at least I have fun with being proud of where I'm from, where I grew up. So it was fun. It's just been interesting, and then, telling people, or like they hear you're from Louisiana, and they're like, whoa, and they want to know the weather difference, and like, does it snow there? And I'm like, no. It's like Christmas Day this year was 72 degrees, so no. Yeah, it's always interesting to tell them. My roommate was so shocked when I told her how hot it normally is, and like, I don't even think it got down to 28 but once this year while I was there, during like December. Yeah, it doesn't get cold, and everyone's really shocked by that, so it's really funny. Got a little homesick at times, missing people back home. But my mom this morning, well, it was noon by this time, so like afternoon her time. They're down in New Orleans just walking around, taking a friend from out of town around, and so she sent me videos of like live bands playing down in New Orleans. So it's kind of cool to get videos from home and cure a little bit of a homesickness. That's the word. So it's nice to cure a little bit of the homesickness with the videos from home. And I got to FaceTime my parents last week and see my dog on FaceTime, which was fun. So unfortunately, I haven't really got to go to any campus events yet. I've just been really busy with school and the friend group that I have here. We've all been really busy. But UAA supposedly has a really good basketball team, and there's a few hockey games left, so I plan to make those soon. So if I do, I will of course bring you all along. But yeah, I'll bring you all along to tell the fun things that happened this weekend. And I'm going to help out with Iron Dog this weekend. So Iron Dog is a big snowmobile race, so we're helping load a trailer this weekend, and then a couple weekends we'll actually go out and drill. I think, I could be wrong, they said something about drilling into the ice and putting in stakes for the finish line or something. I'm not really sure what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna be there, so I'll of course take y'all along there. Oh, I did see a moose on campus. I can send in that footage. This was like a couple weeks ago. I forgot to send it in a couple weeks ago, but yeah, I walked out of my dorm building to go to class, and there was a sign and it said, beware moose spotted at 9:30 a.m. behind the dumpsters. And I was like, well, I have to walk by the dumpsters, so I wonder if it's still there. So it's like 20 minutes after 9:30, and I walk out, and sure enough, there's a moose. And so they can be aggressive, so I slowly was walking kind of like around it. Well, there's 3 people in front of me, so I was like, well, if anything happens, it'll go towards them first. So I just watched to see what they were doing, because I mean, I'm sure they've been here longer than I have, so I figured I'll watch and see what they do. Well, it started like, it's kind of saw them and started like trotting at them, but then stopped. So I was like, I'm gonna stay back. And then it stopped, and then it turned around and started trotting away from them. So they started walking. So like, well, I'm gonna walk if this is my chance. But the whole time we were all just kind of like sticking to this side, watching it over there, like, we're gonna go over here. So that was cool. I got video of after it trotted at them. Once I realized I was safe, then I took a video. So yeah, I'll send that in. Other than that, not much has happened this week. It was just really busy with classes. But I'm excited for the weekend. It's Friday. I haven't worn makeup since getting here, so I'm enjoying myself doing that, even if I'm only going to a friend's house tonight. I'm gonna go work on my ceramics thing just one last time. There's a few things gotta touch up before putting it in the kiln, and I have to uncover it so it can dry. So, sorry that not much happened this week, but hopefully the coming weeks will be 10 times more exciting, because there's a lot of stuff coming up, and I can't wait for y'all to see you.
So I realized something that I haven't talked about yet. So it is so cold here that the only birds I've seen are ravens, and I have seen no wildlife except said moose. Until today. I just saw a squirrel. I have footage of it. And, oh, you can't hear them right now, but earlier I heard birds other than ravens, which means it's warmed up. I mean, it's 31 degrees right now, and all the snow melted off of my windowsill, and the snow is kind of melting off of the rocks. So that means it's warming up. It's gonna drop back again this week, and it's gonna snow again. But for today, I saw a squirrel and heard birds, which I haven't seen in a while. So that was exciting.
Hey there. So, like I said, I was gonna bring along the game night, which was last night. It's now Saturday. So it was really fun. I ended up staying super late, and then by like 1 a.m. they put Netflix on the TV, and they started pulling out pillows and blankets to watch the Netflix. And at that point I was like, all right, this means we're gonna be here probably a lot longer. And I got tired, so I just fell asleep on the floor and was like, if they want to go home, they'll wake me up and we'll go home. If not, we'll just stay here. So we ended up all sleeping over at our friend Celia's house. So that was really fun. Woke up this morning, and some of them went and ran and got us donuts. So thankful that they fed us donuts and got coffee. So it was really fun. And then we just stayed like all day and hung out and talked and goofed around, watched TV some more. So, but then I came back because I wanted to shower. And then we're gonna go back tonight to study and hang out some more, and then we'll spend the night there. But before I'm going over there, I am eating vermicelli soup in my microwavable mug. It started like blizzarding this morning. It was really cool. It's like 40 degrees outside, so all the snow started melting, but then the temperatures dipped and it started blizzarding, and then it stopped, and the temperatures went back up, and everything's melting now. I can hear water outside my window. But yeah, so we're gonna go over there, and I will also send more footage from tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to help set up or load a trailer for Iron Dog, which is the snowmobile race happening here soon. So we're helping load the trailer for that. So might get some footage from that. And yeah, I'll bring y'all along to what I can. See y'all later.